used when you've got a two-hand weapon. And if you allocate passives in green using the other one here, these passives will only be allocated when you're holding the other weapon set. When he's using this one.
Ah, so they're designing it. They're designing this way all those wheels looks fucking weird and when they're like next to each other like that. So they're designing it specifically for them. The tree has this in mind. They're giving you like two different things very close to each other where you can switch between them.
Robinson. Hey, this is Cooper. Big interview, huh? Nice new suit, new haircut, ancient bristle stick. Make the Sonicare switch. Alright, now go knock on dead boss.
Can I get the Wi-Fi? I'm gonna hang here.
Here's Liz, who's laterally stopped in uninvited. But instead of period pads, she brought Poise Ultra Thin. So she can bounce on with clean, dry, fresh protection from Poise.
This is not a test. This is a message. A message to all monsters. Up until now, Comic-Con denies this. Now, why? But it's time to awaken up. All you have to do is find the beast and scan the code. Are you ready?
This is it.
Yeah, that looks safe. Totally safe.
Breathe, first timer, huh?
Are the facts? Sure, it looks safe, but like nearly half of all used cars, it's been in an accident. With Carfax.com, you see how accidents impact prices, so you don't have to overpay. Unpause.
Wonderful accidents in the space.
You're gonna need it.
Please. Twins.
No.
Oh, that was too long of a pause.
Shop with the facts at the all-new Carfax.com.
Next up, we want to talk about the Ranger.
They get a shot, right?
So the Ranger is our primary bow user, and she's all about range and mobility. So one of the first things we did when we were developing the Ranger is we want to make sure that everything you do can be done while moving. So this just makes the game feel a lot more fluid. So she's just a lot more mobile even from that. But she also has a lot of vaulting skills that allow her to jump up. For example, there's one here that like freezes monsters. She jumps up and she can jump over monsters and freeze them. So this kind of thing allows you to get a lot more mobile in combat. Make sure you can get away from the monsters you need to do since she isn't necessarily the most tanky character.
I think the only time that jump back's gonna feel good is in giant open maps which have no terrain. That's what it's, and then you get like hell yeah, bro, log in. But that's gonna be like minority maps, right?
Now one of the things
Like that on dunes, for example. If you're on dunes, if you're in the dunes, then you can just spam it and just jump away forever.
Notice if you're a PL1 player, it's the bottom left of the screen there. There's only two flasks, just a life and a mana flask.
Classic.
We've actually changed how the flask system works in PL2 very recently. Now you get one life
So
and
wait,
one
they
mana
knew.
flask, and that's all. Now, the reason
They knew, bro. They knew all this shit. How much stuff did these guys know, bro?
we actually did that is we found that there was a problem with PL1 called
Chat, this isn't going for 1 hour and 30 minutes, right? Is it? Wait, is it?
Piano, where everyone was just sitting there pressing 1, 2, 3, 5 constantly, flasking.
Wait, did he just re-upload their entire video? So he just comes on, this is a re-upload of their video.
The thing is,
Oh, I like it,
we've
so
actually
yes,
we've actually
I'm watching
buffed,
it.
flasks significantly so that each flask has a lot more charges. But
I just want to listen to Rush.
Now, one of the main things that people were doing in PL1 when they were using flasks is they had
They knew about charms even, bro!
things that were making them resistant to various element types and so on.
They knew
And
about
so we wanted the
charms!
system to allow that to still be the case and still have interesting character customization there. So we've added a new type of item called charms. Charms charge up using flask charges, so as you kill monsters, they automatically trigger in order to grant you immunity to certain
Fake
things.
reaction. Okay, I didn't know about this. Okay, every single one of the guys who went to the fucking... every single one of the guys who went to these events, which is like pretty much everyone else, even living in NA went to it, right? Oh my god.
So for example, here, this is
That announcement wouldn't be that fun for them, would it?
grants immunity to ignite. So if you're having trouble with fire damage, then you can throw that on there. If you get ignited, it will automatically quench you.
Yeah,
and it will charge up again for killing monsters. So there are lots of different charms that have different abilities that trigger on different things.
I was invited to go, Chad. I just chose to go, okay? Anyone who's saying otherwise, I was invited to go. Chad, they sent me a fucking box, homie. haven't got into box yet, but they sent me a box.
Get you.
I am not a brand. Okay. I think they don't want to have me linked directly to their shit necessarily, because they think of me as a liability, but they do like me. Okay, Gigi likes me. Alright? Gigi likes me. Okay, they like me.
They make use of some different things. They can also get mods, from crafting and so on, so you can.
I've told you what the main is.
But the point
They're
is
big
they're always
fans.
automatic. You don't have to
Big
manually
fans.
trigger them, so it kind of solves that problem.
Big fans.
Having to manually use
No,
fast
no, I'm
response.
not big fans.
You get
Oh, you got
the
some of them
ability
are
to
big
use
fans.
chance by having higher level
Some
bells.
don't even know who the big fans
This is relatively lower level, so you've got one chance slot there, and higher level bells, so you get more slots up to 3. There might even be some uniques that lead to more chance later on as well, of course. Now, one of the other things that we wanted to upgrade as well is that we found, so in PM2 there's a huge amount of encounters and bosses. There are actually
Oh my,
50
they've
bosses
seen
in early access.
everything!
There's going to be 100 in the final game. So one of the things we've changed is we've upgraded.
This must have been under an embargo, and he's just released it because the embargo's ended, right? That's obviously what's happened. Or he's just completely doxing everything, this their full thing, and he's not allowed to.
Maps are actually allowed you to see all those on the map. So
It must have been an embargo.
you can see that there's a bunch of bosses and random encounters around the area. Near to where Octavian is right now, you can see that there's a boss called Silverback Blackfist. And that means that in this area there's something to find a boss.
But now we know that they
So
tell you.
yes, the bosses often have things that you can use to increase your character.
I want to see that way again. I'm retarded.
That means
We go back. So if there's an icon next to a waypoint, that means there's a guy there. So you don't click on that, you click on the waypoint, and that's where the thing is. Wait, what's this one next to?
in this area right now, you can
What's that one next to? I don't get it. They haven't got 2 people. It's 2 at 1. They're saying there's 2 at 1. Why is there a second one that's nowhere near there? What's this loot bag? Look at highlights. Wait, it'll highlight? Wait, what's that connected to? I mean, I'm guessing it's optional content, right? That one's got a little plus emoji. I really, 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 please, GGG, tell me that it, like, gives me a little text box or something. Like, I hope it's built into the UI, so you can just easily at a glance know, oh, I'm missing one. Right? I hope they don't make it super vague. You're like, wait, did I do it or did I not do it? Because I am retarded and I am going to forget, bro. I'm going to forget. Right back.
So if you zoom in a little bit there, you can see that there's a bunch of bosses and random encounters around the area. Near to where Octavian is right now, you can see that there's a boss called Silverback Blackfist.
So when you highlight over the thing, it puts lines to the node that it is.
And that means that in this area there's something to find the boss to encounter. So yes, the bosses often have things that you can use to increase your character power as well. So it's important to kill them.
Whoa. Wait. New leaks? New leaks? What is this, a leak or legit? Oh, shit. Wait, What? The thing is, that's OP for, like, farming, but, like, would you really want to stick into it? I would never want to stick in something that you need directly out the bosses. Right? I would never. I don't like that, actually. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of this because it's like, wait, you lose, so you gain giga quality of life, but you lose power. I hate that choice. It's not. Who cares? It's fake. What do you mean it's fake? Armor from. This doesn't look fake. It looks legit to me. Armor from a quick body. Sweet jugs node. Double body armor skill. He said, I wonder what the body armor values are like though. It all depends. Is the body armor like 3 times as good as a hat or 4 times? How good is body armor in PvE2? We don't know. Let's see the values. Every second slam skill you use is instantly boosted. Wait, well the good news is, well, it depends on the good news. It depends. I'm thinking about if all sensitive skills kind of shit before because you would like half of them would have worked with certain support links. I hope that they don't have the same ancestrally boost bug that they do in PvE1. But the ancestral boosted shit doesn't scale with like half the shit. Which makes it like way worse. This is, I mean, dude, This is good though. This is very potent. Like 50%. So you could technically, Jack, what you could do is this. You can have 2 weapon sets, right? 2 really, really, really fast weapons, and then two really slow ones, or 1 really slow one, right? And then what you could do is you could do this. Use the really quick slam, bang, with the dual wield, instant cast it. And then do you get your slow one with the boost? Fast one, slow one, fast one, slow one, fast one, slow one. You could just go 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and you can get insane value out of this talent. Insane value. 20% more maximum life. I mean, okay. Again, these Cincy points are very succinct now, aren't they? That's like 20% more life. Seriously? Jeez, fucking look at the vitality. Yeah, look, life wheel. I mean, 20% multiplicative EHP, bro. That's pretty potent. So your life build, your character's just 20% tankier across the board. And if there's anything that scales off life values, then boom, just scaling down. It's just that much harder. Okay. And wait, this is not on the totem guy, right? This is on the other guy? Titan, wait, the totem guy is called some other guy. The Titan, this is not, well, this is on the Titan, this is on the totem guy. I don't remember which ones they're called. This is the totem one, and this is the non-totem one. This is the non-totem one, right? Yeah, I like Titan. Titan's my favorite. This is fucking stupid, bro. What the fuck is this? I mean, maybe farming could be good. Maybe you could just farm with white maps or something, just unspec real quick. Right, but if you've got a bunch of gold, and you're doing low tier maps for some reason, you're doing like a low tier map farming strategy for essence or something, I don't know. You could just slap that bitch on to take more stuff out. More nodes. Oh my god, more nodes, bro. More nodes. These characters should have different block values for P2 based on their strength. Again, chat, they are standing on the tippy toes. I'm bending my knees intentionally. Okay, don't get it twisted. I am taller than multiple PvE content creators. Okay, I'm taller than multiple PvE content creators. Alright, so I'm a pretty tall guy. New endless points. Swamp water biome maps have 46 increased chance of basic currency. Mountain biome maps have 46 increased chance of gold. Forest biomes have 46 increased chance for jewels. Desert biomes 46. Oh wow, look at this. Wow. Okay. Biomes, it's weird, the biomes. I mean, you get the biomes, it's kind of cool. It's like a sub. So you've got like a biome, which is like the overall category of what the map's in, and then you've got sub biomes, right, which will be more specific within. So then you get your maps within your sub biome. No, Lily's taller than me. No, I was referring to. I was referring to something else. Bill's clown. Non-85. This is Banny Bear. Just gonna ban you. But like, cooking bills. The game's not even out. The skill tree's not even announced. I haven't even seen half the abilities in the game. I don't even know what the sense I'm playing, dude. What are you doing? Like, Titan's looking very potent, though. Titan's looking chat. I mean, I am kind of a Jug main. And Titan's looking kind of like Jug. But, I'm not logged in on Titan. Titan right now is the one I'm gravitating towards the most. I'm definitely gravitating towards it. It seems like a clear cut. He's a raw dog, not some totem cut guy. Just raw dog, ethical, melee dude. Girthy, big damn, right? I like that. I like girthy, big damn. I like that. I don't like relying on pits. I don't like relying on totems. I don't like doing spells. You know, I like that, you know, somewhere between. Now, I don't mind doing hybrids. The hybrid spells, they'll be cool. If I can cast magic and shit to heal me and stuff. Maybe the pacing of the game's slower. Maybe it's gonna be, you can do heal over time spells and stuff. That'd be fucking sick. But I can make something a paladin juggernaut thing. Yeah, we're gonna have to look. We can do Hellfire's over the player, right? And have we ever seen that, by the way, Chad? A Hellfire over the player? Have they showed up that feature yet? They have? So that's in. Okay, good.
So as you can see, he dropped the book of specialization there, and this is one of the items that allows you to split passive points in the passive tree, but it also gives you more passive points as well. So it's something that you're going to definitely want to find. Now there are other bosses around the game that have different bonuses and so on, so it's definitely going to need to explore all the encounters throughout the game and find all of those things. So next we're going to talk about the Witch. And while we're showing the Witch, it's also a good time to talk about one of the other character progression systems in Temple Excel 2, which is Spirit. So the Witch is a primary summoner, but she also has a range of other supporting skills. But the thing we want to show you first is just the fact that she often, and in fact all the classes use a resource called Spirit. So there's a new type of skill gem, called Spirit Gem, which is introduced here, and that'll give you a bunch of these, another skill screen with a bunch more abilities. What these ones are is for giving you things.
These beats on closest supposed to you should one active enemies and minions that die in presence will drop remnants, picking up a grim remnant for 2 years and overflow your energy shield.
Run away and let them
Overflow. So wait, these motherfuckers know what the fuck overflow is, and they just ain't been telling us. They have like NDA information. These motherfuckers know what overflow is. It's in their playtest that they way over the play. They already know what overflow is. I already know what they've never told us what overflow is. But these guys, these motherfucking every NDA vendor moment, this is some BS, bro. They need to tell us. Release the info. Release the info. The NDA, bro, what the hell? Oh my god, bro, they pretty much saw the entire announcement before the announcement. Let's be real. I mean, shit, bro. What the hell? Okay, overflow. I mean, that sounds. I want to know the details of this. Is it like 10% of the max HP or something? 20% of max HP? Or did it get the threshold? Overflow threshold, perhaps? Is that gonna work? Is this gonna work?
So they're kind of somewhere halfway between a passive bonus and an active one.
Wait, and can overflow your energy field up to double its normal. Wait, what the hell? If you just keep reading the rest of the line, it can overflow to double the maximum. Wait, double the max ES. Wait, so you get ES overflow and you can just double your ES? All you have to do is sustain it, which is obviously possible. What the fuck?
This one here called Grim Feast feeds on corpses to bolster your energy shield. But we've got lots of these for all classes. All classes can use them. For example, on Sorceress, here you've got Outfit Armor. There's one here called Raging Spirits, which means every time you use a fire spell, it summons a Raging Spirit. So you can...
I mean, also showing Raging Spirits, which are short-lived playing skills, first name enemies, directly attack them. Dealing to these minions, yeah, gosh, minions from the skill convert 70% of the fire damage, limit to 10 some Raging Spirits. Fire area spell summon a spirit per 1.5 meters of radius. Ask them why we are the more spirits things. Details from fire spell. What do you do with radius spell spell that forces projectile? You just instantly cap. I mean, I suppose you're just gonna cap to 10 regardless, huh? Maximum 6 per spell class. Okay, so people are gonna get 6. They're gonna hit that cap instantly, aren't they?
Like I said, it's somewhere between...
They probably thought that SRS gameplay of like just standing there and just spamming one key is dumb. They're like, well, let's just like combine Phantasm and Raging Spirits into one thing. That way it's a strong ability and it's cool. I wonder if they're gonna have, 70% base conversion to fire. I wonder if they're gonna have fire poison. Are they trying to kill off, they don't want it to be too big. Maybe we're gonna have a fire poison unique.
between like an active and a passive. But for the minion characters in particular, they're going to want to get a lot of spirit because all minions are paid for with the same resource.
Whoa.
Because all
Ghost Hunts? Hero Banshee with Thunder, Minor Remnants, Very Dancer. Combat Frenzy, what the fuck's that? Or Once Banner, okay. Overwhelming Presence, oh my god. Herald of the Plague, bro. Herald of Plague. I hope that's Plaguebearer. I really hope Plaguebearer is gated behind Spirit Cost. I've been saying they need to do that all of PV1. Every time, I mean, you guys, who's heard me yap about how pissed off I am about Plaguebearer? Who's heard me? Who's heard me? I complain. Oh, Playbear's right there. GG. They're doing something in PvE2 that they should have done in PvE1 a long time ago. Playbear should have had cost behind it. It had no cost behind it. It was then for a mandatory and shoehorned. It was the only default thing that ever done in PvE was create like a guarantee you have to use this. Oh my god, I hated using Playbear. I would have bitched about Play. This is so good. So the reason why I'm happy, by the way, if you're like, wait, why are you happy that put a cost behind Playbear? It's because there was no cost behind Playbear in PvE1. There is no cost. So then therefore, any build that uses poison has to use Playbear, otherwise you're retarded. You're just idiots. And I hate Playbear. But I'm an idiot if I don't use it. So then I'm just forced into this shit ability. I'm forced into this shit ability. So now you put it behind like 10 Spirit or something, right? Well, guess what? I get to save 10 Spirit by not using it. I have an argument as to not why I don't want to use it, right? GG. GG. WGG, boys.
Minions are paid for.
WGG.
With,
Oh my god, what's that one? What's that?
They're going to want to get a lot of spirit
What's that one?
because all minions are paid for.
Well, no. Shots here. Cast on dodge, bro. Cast on dodge. What the hell? Attrition. What are all these abilities, bro?
with the same resource. So what we're going to do here is in order to use spirit, effectively what you do is you go to the skill screen, and if you've got minions there, you can just click the little plus button, get some extra minions, and there you go. Now these are permanent minions, which means that if they die, they're going to respawn again automatically. You don't have to spawn them constantly, and that means that
Wait, Herald of Plague is Poison Prolip. It's in PvE2 DB. Really? Poison Prolip. Wait. I thought GGG would. Wait, that doesn't make sense why they would allow you to do that. I thought the whole thing was GGG wanted the Ascendancy flavor to feel super unique and super like you can only do this thing if you pick this Ascendancy. Taking Poison Prolip away from Pathfinder is kind of crazy because I feel like that's kind of like the identity of Pathfinder. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge fan of Pathfinder, but I am a huge fan of Poison Prolip. So that's a W for me, because I love Poison Prolip, but I hate Pathfinder. But I always end up getting forced to play Pathfinder because it's actually still Poison Prolip. But them taking Poison Prolip from Pathfinder and putting it into a fucking aura is kind of insane. It's like putting the entire Ascendancy into an aura, which is kind of, yeah. Yeah, true, Pathfinder's identity is flasks, but you think they would just give it something else instead of Poison Prolip. If you just use it as a reservation skill. Why even have Poison Prolip? Give it something else.
during boss fights and things
Give
like
us something
that.
else.
It makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about
Do some
having
flash
to
hits,
all the
whatever.
time, that kind of thing. But we also do want to support large minion armies, and because of that, we also have minion skills that you can summon from corpses as well. So all these little scorpions here, those are summoned from corpses. While you're clearing, you'll get large armies. During boss fights, we'll be a little bit more focused using the minions, your permanent minions for the most part. Now he's also got some other supporting skills. A lot of things.
I must admit, permanent minion. One of the worst things about minion builds is your minions dying in a boss fight, and the automatic resummon of your own minions, the permanent ones. It sounds like it's going to fix that, providing that they have some amount of survivability. It sounds like you're just going to run around in circles, and then the boss is going to die, right? Like, that sounds like what minion build PvE2 is going to be.
Focusing
Could
on
be
force
wrong.
damage. So he's got a skill called Contagion that will spread between monsters and other.
This guy's one-man spamming.
Like just a few other chaos damage skills.
No.
Now the other thing with minions is that all the permanent minions come with extra abilities that you can trigger manually. So you see those little markers on your minions, you can use those to explode your minions. So that's the Arsonists, is their ability. They'll throw a little bomb and explode your minion. And there's also other ones. For example, the snipers have the ability.
Oh, I was wondering why they were all glowing. I was like, why are they all glowing? But okay, so that's a gameplay mechanic.
More minions you have.
But have you noticed that I'm putting a lot more gameplay mechanics in the game? Like, I've seen multiple, like, these guys have, like, ES globes, the blood one has blood globes, the monk has power charge, like, hover on the enemies, these guys have, like, explode on it. Doing a lot of, like, they're trying to make gameplay more engaging, right? That's what I'm saying. Because they're putting a lot more, like, skill slash gameplay. Instead of, like, oh, this is a skill in the circle. They're doing a lot of, like, weird shit like that. Well, they want you to alter how you're playing the game based on what you're seeing, like, massively. It's like a D4. I think that it's inspired by D4. I'm not even kidding. This to me shouts D4. This yells D4. Like, this is D4. Like, straight up, the health load thing, Now you can't tell me that fucking that chick who like shoot by default passively health clubs start spawning everywhere. That is straight up D3. That is straight up D3. Straight up. Can we just use clear? Oh, fuck those guys. I keep not permering. Why am I not permering? Nah, just permer them. Oh, so let's go with this. Hey, fuck off, bro. Yeah, it's literally. I'm not even kidding. I think they got inspired by D4 and D3. Like, by a lot of the mechanics. These are straight up D4. Like, the active commands on pets, this is all stuff that D4 pioneered and
So
D3.
basically it means that each minion also deserves an extra skill as well.
It was not in PoE. Never in PoE. This is. Oh. Holy.
There's a quick introduction to the witch, but now we're going to show off the listener.
That
Oh,
pause.
wait, no, we did miss something. Sorry about that.
Oh,
So one
Tobian!
other quick thing I wanted to show you as
Oh,
well.
where does he
is,
respawn?
The witch has a lot of other summoning options, even beyond just the ones that we've
Whoa!
She also has
Whoa!
crystals.
Whoa, he respawned in the zone! Is that actually how it's gonna be? I don't think that's gonna be. That's how they said it was gonna be way back, and then they said, nah, actually you go back to town. But just now it was back in the zone. I would love it if you can't log out. And if you log back in and you just log back in the exact same spot and position you were before. That's what I've been saying they should do for the longest time. I would love this. But I don't know if that's the case. I'm pretty sure this is like some dev offline build thing. Yeah, they said back to checkpoint in the video, didn't they? They said you log out, you'll get back to checkpoint, which sounds like you can get out. Wait, where was it? Let's go back. It was here? Let's see. Look
There's
at
a
the
quick
exact frame.
introduction to the witch, but now we're going to show off the listener.
Okay, there's like a. Okay, I'm gonna hold my mouse. Okay, that's the top right button of a triangle shell. Oh, there.
Oh,
Okay,
and
go
just wait,
mouse.
no, we did miss
Go
something.
mouse.
Sorry about that. Right, so just one other quick thing I wanted to show you as well is that the witch has a lot of other summoning options, even beyond.
The biggest mattress event of the year is on now at More Furniture. Get this 10-inch copper infused sleep or queen mattress for only $5.99. Get the 12-inch copper infused or the 10-inch hybrid cooling sleepcore mattress for only $7.99. Or for maximum comfort, get the 12-inch hybrid cooling mattress for only $9.99. No matter what choice you make, you'll get a free adjustable base, 2 free memory foam pillows, plus free shipping. Visit your local More Furniture showroom for a test test today.
This is not a test. This is a message. A message to all monsters. Up until now, the thought about your lives. But it's time to awaken to monsters. All you have to do is find the beast, scan the code. Are you ready?
Do you know what I am? Much has been tried. I sense more.
Whatever you think you will need to understand. One second. I become who I'm meant to be.
You found the right model. Sure. Now, how can you be sure you're getting the right deal?
I have to talk to my bestie.
Hey, girl.
This one's like your last boyfriend.
It's
Let me show you.
You want to ask the experts. For the right used car, just say, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most price based on the vehicle's accident history.
You should be
Look for me and stop overpaying. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
And you can just summon her ass out from the fucking codex.
Lots of things that both slow monsters and add weakness to house damage as well. She's
They're quite close to that, by the way. It's very close to what I'm describing, but not quite. Still can they make the book. Make the book.
She's using a dab.
Make the book.
Things that exploded there. Because those are going to make monsters weaker to chaos damage, it'll be a very good part of this build. It's not as many minions, but the nice thing is that it'll actually end up being more enemies. I think the monsters are probably as better for this build than not. That's what these are, will probably. So. Alright, so moving on. Let's have a quick look at the mercenary.
Oh shit, bro.
So the mercenary is another ranged character, but this time using...
Get your pole change ready, boys. It's about to go down. We're about to look at the mercenary. I thought this was going to be really short. Turns out it's quite long, but this is very informative and I'm learning a lot, chat. I need to buy a real quick, chat. Box today. We're opening the box. It's going to be crazy. Opening the box. Chat, again, I'm building my Twitch account, or I'm opening the box. Those are the two options that are happening. Yeah. Wait a minute. There's that fucking dead energy thing as well today. Oh my god, bro! Wait, what the fuck, bro? Oh man! Oh no! Wait, there's too many things to do in one day!
Fine. What's on your mind? How are you
Oh, bro, glad to see. Alright, I'll be right back in one sec.
Diablo 4 is complete and utter dog shit. Blizzard is a bad, bad company.
Go to height.
Ha Chat! Guess what? Diablo. Dog shit. Diablo. Bad. Diablo is really, really bad. Gameplay. Like Rods. Colonoscopy. Elon Musk path of exile. Batches far. It can't wait. Chat.
Hey Quinn, remember when you quit Nier 2 because the first boss was too hard?
Chat! Stop making fun of me! I'm dyslexic! I'm retarded! It's not my fault!
Ban this. Not trying to get banned. True haven't been banned once. 77,777,777,777,777.
How could you do this to us? You turned your back on our
Thermo immunity vaccine injected.
funny. Cut this fool down.
Guys. Sure. Just resub so I can call out cooked takes and avoid bans. Hashtag day2win. 53 months of blasting dudes. Salami. Ox. Wasp. Please King, I want to win key vegan. Quite much love from Germany! Exclamation mark! I each merk to see Hoffix Tozuo Munter. Mit Ihrem Exkaviesetem Bild das wir in sein Gesamtheit überall in Ungarns Eindrucks und dessen Überlegen Workcraft zu offenbaren. Drugs Hickaden. Yo. I am turned off by D4 is now D3. Do you think Bo 2 is a good home for me knowing that? Lock shut. Clown.
Shake it. Whatever you do not understand. What you do not understand. Chat. Duruhu. Do you understand chat? Drew, chat. Stop typing, just listen. What Daru do you not understand? Drew, chat. Bro! Mods! What the hell? Lock in! Why do you wash my hands? I fucking roll down. Oh my god. Okay, here we go.
crossbows. Now the main difference between a crossbow and a bow is the crossbows fire instantly, and they also have an ammo mechanic where effectively, you fire until your clip is empty and then you have to reload. So it plays a lot more like an FPS.
Is an ammo gonna show up?
Type of FPS.
Alrighty, chat. Strap in. It's going to be a 24-hour stream.
No, boys. I'm going to open this box today, or I will delete my PoE2 beta keys.
Fire until your clip is empty and then you have to
Yeah,
reload.
boy.
So it plays a lot more like an FPS. And we've got lots of type of FPS type weapons.
It's FPS? Plays a lot more like an FPS. It means it plays a lot more like a top-down S, a TDS. Not a FPS. Take FPS. There's another name. No, FPS is first-person shooter. This is like literally, it's emulating isometric gameplay. Ah.
I just changed the USD here because this character plays a lot better. So if you got like
Hey, guns mean FPS, so gun FPS.
You've got a assault rifle type weapon. And various other types. You're also going to attach grenade launchers and things like sniper rifle type weapons and so on. Now, this plays very differently to the other classes, but I think it's really fun. It's just like a whole different sort of feeling of the game. This particular area is called Doyani's Sanctum.
Looks like a mod, bro. There's no mod in the game.
I was very interested in that.
I don't know. When I first saw this, I was getting an ick feel. Like a weird little. It was making me ick. I was getting a little bit of ick. But I've been desensitized to it now. And now it's kind of like it's a little bit shameless. But at the end of the day, hey, fuck it, dude, I'll allow it. Yeah, I was getting a little bit of an ick. What was the combo of seeing West for the first time and then guns? I was like, what the fuck is this game, bro? But now I've seen it enough. I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it.
Being kind of merging with the machines.
Fuck it.
There's a pretty interesting chase on the wall there that I quite like. You can click on that one.
Click it now.
There's a cadaver on the wall and it like slices up and it drops some items.
Hell, what do you get?
We actually originally
Like balls? Like, what do you get in that?
we just had half a person there, but it really just looked like an anatomy diagram, so we needed to do something to show the fact that there was actually a model human there, so that was fun. So,
What are you learning, bro?
So, one of the other things we haven't even talked about, which is another really important character development system of Pixar, is of course items. So, now
Bro,
items.
they had seen this, bro. They had seen the fucking guy getting cut in half before the video came out, bro. I thought that was a crazy announcement when I first saw that. I was like, they had already seen it.
Pixar work like many other action RPGs, but I think we do a particularly good job of
Okay.
interesting affixes and substances. If you have a look at the items and the character, like they effectively generate, we have normal, magic, rare, and uniques. Magic items can have up to 2 mods, rare items can have up to 6, and effectively each of the different slots had...
Is this Ruthless? Why is he running around? Is he playing Ruthless mode? I thought the exalts. I thought you dropped 5 exalts in Act 1. I thought you dropped that. Yeah, what the hell? You're dropping 5 eggs in Act 1? That's fucking still wearing blue, bro. Is he getting cut by Regals? What's he getting cut by? I don't know.
There's a pool of mods that's unique to it. But one of the other things that's sort of really important about here is crafting items. So here we have different crafting items that allow you to add affixes to items. If you use an orb of transmutation, it will turn this magic item to a 1 mod magic. If you use an orb of augmentation, it will add an extra mod to make it into a 2 mod magic. You also got regal orbs that will turn it into a 3 mod rare, which is normally going to 4, but if you do it so you get 3. And then you can use exalted orbs to add more mods than that.
What's great is like this set, like when you hear him say it like that, you see it, like someone looking at this is like, man, this is so crazy and so dang. But once you get used to the system, it's so basic. It's so simple.
6 mods.
So if you're getting intimidated by this chat, don't be. Don't be. Obviously this chat is getting intimidated by this because they've never crafted this their entire life because they only buy stuff from the trade website. You're getting intimidated by this? Don't get intimidated. It's really simple, bro.
Now, something
So many people get intimidated by this. So many people can't handle it. Bro, I just watched Zach interact with the system for the first time the other day. Like 2 days ago, 1 day ago. He like, what do you mean a prefix? What do you mean a suffix? What? I don't even understand. What even is a prefix and a suffix? What's going on? Is it the name of the gear? What's an explicit mod? What's an implicit? I don't understand. Yeah, okay. That's what the average person's like.
You'll need to make
Alright? When you explain it, when you run out, reality is it's like, okay, items have 3 prefixes, 3 suffixes. Okay, you have a total of 6 on that standard item. Alright, it's really simple. It really is. I didn't back in, but I don't want it. I want it. LOW. Does Dark Mark doesn't complete the DBS sign? What happens? What's up again? It's already the comments in yourself on the 5XL2 not being complete now.
Recognize the dark motherfucker, this piece of shit games lives for Diablo 4. The cub tilts his head. He does not trust you. Yet.
Big dumb the fuck down and you will make the way to turn to do what? Do the world a favor and imbibe a truckload of bleach.
Imbibe bleach. Consume bleach. Hey, that's a good one. Imbibe it, bro. I like imbibe, but you know what imbibe bleach. That's cool. W.
Damn it! Scared it off.
What's he on about? It's dumbed down in every way. It's literally not. Well, what's the guts here? What do they dumb down? They've dumbed down. They certainly have. They've reduced a bit of depth. The only major depth thing that I can see immediately is obviously the amount of in-game content, but they're doubling that anyway. So there's just less in-game, and then I would say sockets and gear. That was a bunch of complexity. You know, you had a limited amount of sockets in your gear. They have different colors. They're either linked or not linked. That was yes. Here on crafting, well, the thing is, you can still metacraft, and you can still do all the other types of crafts. I don't think crafting's actually taking a massive hit. I do think that naturally the game's not full and there's going to be tons of new items getting put into it. Crafting. No, flasks are the same. No one even use flasks. If you compare flask system is not that there's no loss in complexity in the flasks. Nobody's using flasks properly. You're either spamming the flasks, right? You're pianoing them. You're either pianoing them or you have them automated. Okay, guess what? Pianoing is not playing the game. You're just pianoing. You're just pianoing. So it's passive. Guess what? You've got passive flasks. Or you've got them automated. Guess what's automated? The only person who's, pretty much the only person who lost depth on the flasks is maybe like Ben. Because maybe someone like Ben was, you know, I've seen him like fight bosses and have 4 different flasks that he literally individually micromanages. But that's just Ben. Okay, so, oh dude. Oh, Ben can't micromanage his 4 different flasks during the boss fight. Which is a good thing for us. It's a good thing for us because it reduces the overall mastery of flasks, which means where the difference between someone who mastered it and hasn't is actually closer. So they've nerfed the skill gap just slightly. But, again, I wouldn't say it's... for 99.9% of people, the flash changes don't fucking change anything. It's literally the same. It's just way better quality of life. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'll take it. Yep. Yeah, my bad. There's no zero chance my stream is just gonna end. There's no zero chance the stream will just end. So there's a bunch of roadworks and a bunch of shit going on. And they're fucking with all the data and power, so If they unplug the power, I'm good. I have the UPS set up for Subathon, we're good. If they're just getting internet, my internet just goes out. So, at any point I could just drop out, but it's probably fine. It's probably fine. I have not got Starlink set up. I need to do that here. Okay, no, if they unplug my internet, that doesn't count, chat. That doesn't count. If they unplug my internet, that doesn't count.
Two is very different from Kiwi 1.
No.
These currency items, to add mods to items, are much, much more common than they were before. And you're really going to be expected to use them throughout the campaign. It's like a really important element of player power.
Doesn't
We
count.
actually changed the way the scaling works in quite a lot of elements to kind of try and make it so that picking up like new blue items is going to actually be an interesting choice. Using regals and results are pretty interesting. And also you get regals by selling like disenchanted rares as well. So effectively you can get quite a lot of...
Ooh, wait, you can just regal something that's equipped. Whoa, a new announcement, chat, look.
By selling like disenchanted
Keen eyes, look at this.
rares as well.
What the hell? Yo, you can't do that in PoE 1. That's cool. That's fucking sick. Oh my god.
You can get quite a lot of regals and a lot of upgrade items.
There you go.
Relatively easy.
That's so annoying. I hate having to do that. You like want to put a thing on an item, you want to just fucking slam it real quick. But it's like it's not doesn't work. You have to take it off, and then it's like you took it off, and then it had attributes on it. And then guess what? Oh fuck, you can't put it back on now because the attributes on it broke your other attributes. Now your gear's all red. Then you got to go to your fucking stash tab to get another item to equip. I mean, yeah, it just creates a cascading effect. It's just annoying as fuck. So this is a good change.
So now these crafting items, the other thing that's important about them is you can use them on any base type, not just items you can equip. They're used throughout the game for many different purposes, for the in-game as well, and many other things. So you can use them on flasks and charms. There's all sorts of places you can use them. So it's definitely something you're going to want to master and play around with. Now the other items, of course, that we have is lots and lots of unique items. There are hundreds of them in here.
So Chaos chat. Chaos Orbs are going to be the new Divines, or the old Exalts. And Exalts are going to be the Chaos. So the expensive items are going to be the Chaos Orb. Not wrong. Okay, Exalts are going to be cheap as fuck. Chaos is going to be expensive. Chaos is add remove. Exalt is just slam. Exalts are going to drop like crazy. Yeah. You're gonna be buying stuff for 1E. Yes, it'll be like you'll be buying items for 5E, 10E. You're gonna have hundreds and thousands of results. You're gonna have not many castles. Yeah.
And, some of them are pretty weird. They all do things. They aren't just upgraded rares. They all do something kind of interesting. So for example, here we have a boost called Corpse Wave. You put that on there, and then you walk through a corpse. It'll explode and turn into little puffs of
nice corpse destruction.
That's not something you're gonna get on a rare item. Another one here is called Sands of Silk. If you put this one on, what it's going to do is change your dodge roll into a teleport to avoid going through monsters.
Wait, what the hell is that animation?
Put this to a teleport, Sands of Silk. If you put this one on, what it's going to do is change your dodge roll into a teleport.
I hope that's improved.
To avoid the going through monsters. Once again, not something you get on a rare. But there's a few others here that are kind of interesting. This one here is called Couture of Crimson. It makes life leech overflow maximum life, so as you attack monsters, you can get like over health above your normal max.
Oh, so that come the Danny Kuglis who was saying it's overleach. You're retarded. Please let me know. Danny Kuglis was saying it was just overleach. You're retarded. Which is like fucking half the chat, by the way. Hey, it's okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. Well, Danny Kuglis. So there we go. So it is overlife, which is what it sounded like it was. Which is what I predicted it would be, and it is overlife. So that's crazy. Can we see it in action?
Life leech. Another one here, for example.
No, show it to us. Show it to us. Why doesn't he show it?
It's pretty simple in some ways.
I want to see it.
This thing here just has ridiculous attack speed. If you bow damage, if you want to make an interesting bow build,
yeah. So basically, chat with that overflow life thing, we saw it with we saw overflow for ES. For ES, you would get double your ES in overflow. So potentially. That item there is going to basically, you're going to have 25% less life, but you can then get double, right? So you'll have 1 times by 0.75, right? Times by 2. So you can get 50% more life from this, effectively. If you're using it correctly, 50% more life. Literally. And then 20 to 12 without kind of nuts, right? Great calculator skills, thank you, appreciate that. But people who don't understand how that works, So you're talking 50% more life from that item. What the fuck? It says you retard. Okay, you banned. Look at that, buddy. Look at that pussy. Worth it?
Another one here, for example, pretty simple in some ways, is quill ring. This thing here just has ridiculous attack speed, but low damage. If you want to make an interesting bow build, where you're just making, we want to hit huge amounts of times, don't necessarily care about the damage dealt, quill ring is going to be something for you. Or another one here called the...
This ray shield. Okay, so this is the ray shield, but so every single shield just gets that, I guess. And you still get the old school block as well. 176 armor, can block all damage, can block damage. Cannot use shield skills. Oh wow! Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? So that just lets you block everything. So any hit in the game. So that's spells, attacks, spells and attacks. It's attack and spells. Yes, all hits. The wall's broken, yeah. Anything that's a hit damage, you can block it.
Wayland Wall. This one here disables shield skills, but makes you able to block down all hits without having to raise your shield. So effectively, if you want to be able to block a lot of damage, but you don't care about being able to use other shield skills, this could be a good one.
Huh? Wait, I thought it was by default, it was like that. Wait. Even though I'm blocking, I don't understand that. Wait, this is weird to me. See, in PvP1, what that means is that just means your block is your spell block as well. PvP1. But in PvP2, it's something weird. Wait, what? I thought you can block all. Oh, no, I see. Because you can only block projectiles. Right? No, you can only block projectiles. Maybe this is you block. So this is you block everything. So even
Used car shopping?
2 rose, 2 dogs. And sold.
Whoa. Let's pause for the facts. Like nearly half of all used cars, this puppy has been in an accident. But Carfax.com shows how an accident impacts price, so you don't have to overpay. Unpause.
Wow, this is cool. Yeah, sorry they fall.
Shop with the facts at the all-new Carfax.com.
Dyson engineered a machine to wash hard floors properly. Using clean water to clean your hard floors. Then, itself, engineered to wash hard floors properly. Buy direct from Dyson. Oh, what is that?
What the heck is that?
Bro, is this the full-on spoiler? Should I skip this? Should I skip this? Should I skip this? I mean, it's sick, but I don't know. Oh, fuck. Everyone else will watch it. They also are. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Oh god, damn. Oh. This is clearly the Act 1 boss. Dude, that slam is crazy. What? Wait, how many one-shot slams are these bosses gonna have? Oh my god, the sound effects of these bosses are sick. He's blocking in the wall, bro. He's locked in. He's locking him in. What the hell's going on with the crystals? Oh, shit, man. True. Based. Wait, that's like touch of God, effectively. So when he says the end justifies the needs, run for your life. Shit, multi-phase, bro. Damn, what the hell? He's talking to Robotnik up in this bitch. He made Doriani's fist, right? This is doing. This is scary. So he made all the Dorianis, yeah, the prototype, yeah, the first and all that shit, all the Doriani items. This guy's like the crazy creator. He is literally Dr. Robotnik, yeah. I don't know why they need to show us this. I would like that they didn't show us this, but, you know, ultimately, all the other PvE creators have already seen this. Oh, shit. Roll, you roll through it. Okay, I frame through it. I mean, this looks fucking sick, bro. This looks fucking sick, bro. I mean, this is crazy. This boss looks nice. I mean, this does seem like a different game, doesn't it? Like, this is not like PoE 1. I mean, the fact that he has physics and all this different, like, limbs and things as well. Have you seen, like, interact with each limb? Like, it's not just a hitbox. So in PoE 1, in PoE 1, you just got like this circle hitbox. And they tried to make a big boss in PoE 1, and it was the Aztec. It's in the Elvis Temple. It's the Roomba. And they can't actually make a hitbox that's like wide. So what they did is they just make it that when you go inside his hitbox, when you clip through his hitbox, you start getting a debuff. It's like scuffed as fuck. You get scuffed. And actually, I lost a character like that. I lost a character to this random debuff because like they couldn't design a proper hitbox in PoE 1 because it doesn't exist in the engine. So then they just put a debuff on you and then they just kill off your character like this. Like, oh, you walked inside the hitbox. Guess what you did? That's what happened, yeah. Anyone who's played Flicker Strike and has fought the Temple of Asquotl boss, complete bullshit. Because your character gets teleported inside the hitbox, you stack up a hidden debuff, and then it just kills you. It just fucking kills you, bro. Whereas in this one here, the physics of each limb and the entire boss are real. So if his leg hits you, it's gonna hit you. If you shoot his arm, it hits his arm. Which is like these bosses just don't exist in PoE 1 because they can't do it technically from a technical standpoint. Oh shit, man! Shit, it looks way easy for range guys and way fucking good for melee. Bro! Oh, this is gonna be hectic, bro, on hardcore. Oh man, doing this blind AC on hardcore, bro. Oh shit, bro. Oh shit, bro. Raw dogging it, bro. Oh yeah, what I mean, like first time ever on AC. I mean, you understand my memory. I'm gonna forget all the mechanics. And 2 weeks from now, this is gone. I'll remember there's a Dr. Robotnik guy and he's got one shots. That's it. I'm not gonna remember like, oh yes, he does laser beam mechanicals and you shoot around and then you do a roll and then you do the thing and you do a backflip and then he's gonna go up in the sky and do a thing. Like, I'm not gonna remember any of that. But oh shit. Oh, good. Show us the story part, man. I don't want to skip.
One of the things in any action RPG is the end game. Now, something that happens almost every time a new action RPG launches is people saying there isn't enough end game content. We really want to make sure that in PoE 2 people don't feel that way.
Well, he's literally, this is like the announcement. They just got to watch the PoE announcement video before the PoE announcement video. This is just the PoE announcement video, but different.
We actually changed our priorities for as a studio relatively recently. Now, the first 3 acts of PoE 2 take around 25 hours to complete. This is already longer than many campaigns in other games. On the other hand, people spend hundreds of hours in in-game.
Oh, bro, it's
You
Elba!
realize that finishing the rest of that campaign for early access instead of working on in-game would actually be a very bad idea.
Spoiler, bro! Wait, that's who you're saving in Act 1! Oh, what the fuck would you spoil it?
So instead of having Acts 4 and 6 in early access, it's
Ah.
much better for us to concentrate on in-game and
Ah.
make that great. If you're a new player, a 25-hour campaign is already a huge game with plenty of content.
It's Act 1. Yeah, I know, I'm spoiled for Act 1 now. Now I know we kill Doriani, and then we save Elba. Well, we're not kill, we fight Doriani, we save Elba.
If you're an existing action RPG player, then what you're going to care about is the in-game challenges that you have.
Hey, it's fine.
If we launched with a double-length campaign and a bad in-game, we'd effectively have to say, hey, trust us, a good in-game is coming later. But if we launch with a 25-hour campaign and a great in-game, then people can easily understand what's coming and we say, oh, yeah, and there's 3 more acts coming really soon. Now, in early access, there are 50 bosses currently and around 400 monster types, but effectively the game's going to double in size during early access, including 6 acts with 100 bosses and about 800 monster types.
Oh, shit.
Now, the great thing is the rest of the game is like 80% there, and so we'll be adding content very quickly during early access, and so you can expect to see a lot of that coming really quickly. Now, in order to make the in-game happen at the same player level, we've had to add a second difficulty called Cruel difficulty, where you repeat the campaign with all the monsters and bosses harder, but also better rewards. If you sort of look at it in traditional game terms, you can think of it as a kind of like new game plus type thing, but we've actually made quite a lot of changes to the game throughout as well, which you'll probably enjoy as well. And that'll take you to around level 65, which is where the in-game begins.
There are changes.
Let's talk about what the in-game is. So in here there are many different in-game grinds. One of the things that's kind of really important is that people feel like they've got a choice between many different types of activities in the in-game. So for PoE 2, the start of early access, we're going to have 8 primary in-game grinds that you can do, all of which have their own systems for leveling them up, improving the unique rewards. Wow.
Order and look at the prediction. Ooh, I wonder, do you think they're going to allow us to do both? Do you think they're going to allow us to do both? Nah, toggle the keyboard and look at it. I need to ask that. Somebody need to ask. Is there any way we could do? Yeah, they said this. No. Wait, I want this. I want it so it doesn't switch between them, but I want to be able to use both the keyboard and the controller at the same time. Bro, this would be insane. If we get, if GG allows us to use the fucking, bro. I need to ask that actually. Try to ask it, dude. Try to ask it, should I ask old mate? Ask profile. Yeah, what the heck? Try to ask that. To-do list. Ask. It's on the list. Wait, what's on the list? This is against GG. I don't know if aesthetic. Oh, he's got it on the list. The boss is multiple step. What are you doing on this here? Okay, as long as it's the penultimate and final boss. All we care about is the penultimate and the new boss. He knows. They know, right? They know. They know. Jonathan will infer the question regardless. He'll infer it regardless. Bro, they just, dude, all this shit, man, and yo, everyone's, dude, these motherfuckers knew everything, by the way. These motherfuckers knew everything before the announcement. Like, they knew everything. They got to watch, they got the announcement. This is literally just like the raw dog version of the announcement.
Player power that you can get only from them. And we're going to introduce the first 2 of them right here during the campaign, which are the Ascension Trials. So the Ascension Trials in part of Exile 2 you do encounter them in the campaign to start with, but then they level up all the way to in-game redemption attacks. So this first one here is called the Trial of the Seconders, and it's actually a sequel to Sanctum League from PoE 1. So we've actually done quite a lot of sequels to Leagues from PoE 1 with new mechanics and new stuff, but all of them have new things going on. So basically, in order to the trial of Seconders is based on an Arabic game to test the game power. In order to get entry, you need a point named Soul Legend, and once you put it in the battle there, then you enter and now the trial is made up of various different groups. It looks a little bit like a roguelike type of system where people take each room, and in each room there's a different challenge. This one is a ritual trial, I think, which has these monster summons. They're effectively summoning monsters, and you want to be able to kill those as fast as you can.
This is the Roto gameplay, standing good. That's like a bit different. Completely different vibe. bit different. You got a lot more line of sight areas.
That one is relatively easy. So once you've completed the room, you can go into the next room to get your reward. Now in this case we have a silver key. Keys can be used at the end of the trial to be able to get rewards, but effectively you have to be able to survive the entire trial to be able to claim them. Now this is the map for the trial, and you can effectively pick what type of room you'd like to go to next. There are a few different issues. One of them is that the next room will have a type, so a type trial, which is an hour trial, and also a type reward. Also some of them have rooms or options, like this one, for example, effort, but over
I'm skipping the check, it's just basically saying them.
sort of entry,
I'm skipping it. Speed listening.
but they have their rewards for checking that. So once you get the room, you go into the next one.
See the gameplay. Take a look at gameplay. Ooh, that hourglass though. Oh shit, bro, what the hell?
This one's a
That's a
time
big
trial.
animation. That's a big animation.
Kill monsters. And one thing that I do
Look, it's Rolly Boys!
is that unlike in the
Rolly
if you
Boys!
take hits in this mode, then you're going to lose a resource called honor. If you run out of honor, then you have to leave the trial.
Oh, you're gonna have a rank up OB mode, bro? Those betas better not do that pussy shit, bro. Straight up.
I want to really try and play these runs as best as possible, and that means that all the monsters were selected usually have to be avoidable in some way, dodgeable mechanics, and that's sort of why Octavian is playing the same as possible. He doesn't want to get too close to the
Octavian,
boss,
bro, lock in.
that monster there, because he doesn't want to lose honor. Oh yes, it is. No, it's okay, don't worry.
Instability, Daniel, posting spider
Right,
through
so once the trial's complete, once again you can go and get the reward, which in this case is a bronze again.
Okay, he has a rank of OB, so. But still, if you're posting a real photo of a spider versus a spider in a video game, there's two different things, bro. Two different things.
We'll do one more. So, that was the second one. I guess let's do it. Alright, cool. The next one's called a chalice trial. Effectively, there's a blood chalice here, which you need to fill with blood by killing random monsters.
It's pathetic if you need, like, bro. You can't look at a computer game spider,
There are a
bro.
lot of different rooms in,
Come on.
the trial.
You should try and overcome your fears.
In level 1, and they're random for what you get each time. So you should expect each one to feel quite different, and the kind of stuff you can expect to find, the kind of
Straight up.
afflictions you get.
Instead of winning,
monsters
overcome.
will face this kind of thing. All of these are very different. There's also 4 floors as well. This is just the first floor. Each floor looks different and has mechanics, rewards, and so on as well. So there's quite a lot of content.
I don't know, Rain
and
Fair.
once they
Rain's
want
just
to
annoying in
ways
games,
as well
because
for it to sort of expand into in-game, have more
Damn, these servers.
have ways to expand it.
That's Molten, bro. They got Molten from D3. They got Molten from D3. You guys seen that? Molten, bro. There's a lot there. I'm not even kidding. They actually watched, they played a bees around D3 and D4 and they've inserted mechanics. Dude, maybe this is a Diablo-like, bro. Maybe it is.
There it is.
Oh shit, here we go. This is a mycelium demon.
Oh, avoid that one. Alright, so that's this trial complete. And once again, you can get the reward you pick, which I believe is Sacred Water Test. So Sacred Water is a resource you can use very well. Particularly to currency, you can use a shop really might as well. Water is obviously very useful. So use the time to now, so for the last room that was 4, second, was water.
We got bored, bro. We got bored. You know what, actually, thanks to
So
Sacred
we're
Water.
okay.
Let's turn on! Let's turn on! So he slams and what? That sets up volcanoes? See, so he has like a soft rage. Big slam. None of these bosses look very melee friendly, gotta be honest here, Chad. None of these bosses look melee friendly at all. Like every range character looks super OP and chill. Every melee character looks like he's gonna get absolutely fucked. He just doesn't have to avoid anything. He just walks around. The guy just keeps fucking missing. Dude, 40% to fit cuts. He's got Soften Rage. He's gonna have to do a mechanic soon. Oh shit, he's gonna have to do a mechanic soon. Oh, he's getting hit by the multiples. I played PE2 for a total of about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes in total. I played it at X-Up 1 and X-Up 1 2. Yeah, I played X-Up 1, I literally played PE2 with the default attack. This didn't lag twice, I'm guessing that's just the tester, right? Surely. Oh wow, that's huge damage when it explodes.
So that's the boss of the first floor of the sanctum, but there's lots more bosses in the
Cap,
sanctum.
we weren't allowed to stream the gameplay. I would have played way more PE2. I could have streamed it. I had to end stream to play, and then by the time I end stream, it was like the event's over, and then they just let me in at the very last second. Okay.
As I said, there's one more floors under each other.
Yeah, so I wanted to stream the PE event, right? But then the event, the time that you play was during the event, but I wanted to stream the event and watch the event. So then I had to wait for basically the event to end and then try to play, but then you couldn't. So there was like a tiny bit of time that I could play at the very end, after an event stream, after the event closed, where you had a little bit of time to play. That was it. Okay, whose game is... Subtract him! Don't recognize anyone else.
Now, at the end of each floor, you'll get the ability from various different chests, the keys that drop, give you the ability to open these cages here. So you want to pick which one, because each of them have different types of rewards in them. But the other thing that you get
You look at Micro? I didn't see that. Wait, what? I haven't seen that. Like, that. Oh, he's there, bro. You guys are perceptive. There he is. Yeah, you can see his ginger hair and his hoodie thing. What they call bees. Yeah.
You can pick from various different chests, the keys that drop, give you the ability to open these cages here. So you want to pick which one, because each of them have different types of rewards in them.
Shit.
But the other thing you get to do here is use the Altar of Ascendancy.
Wait, team interview, when did that happen?
Now, unfortunately, we've got to reset the Ascendancy class. I'm not going to be able to see, but...
Are you saying? Oh, shit. Shit, jumping around. When's it starting? When's it starting? It's not started. Sit down, looking.
For an hour, we're going to use that. We have probably 30 minutes. So, a decent one. There will be 2 minutes. People have to bear with me for watching the question.
Philosophy question? You get a philosophy question? What is that?
Get up the walls.
Well, I'm following TM. I'm subscribed. Oh yeah, true. I'm following. Yeah, I'm following. I'm following his YouTube, bro. I'm following his YouTube. I'm subscribed. I'm a dark microtransaction YouTube enjoyer, bro. What are you talking about? He does a little bit of clickbaiting, but he's just a hustler, bro. He plays the game. He plays the game. Smart guy.
Not be looking at chat.
Wait, should I not cover
We did that since they're doing the,
Tell that Kevin go.
I was trying to hold on to something. We did ads now. We shouldn't have any ads for the entirety of the show runs.
Okay, I'm just gonna middle bar.
Yeah, have fun, guys.
Can we get a nice little bottle where my camera is like,
I have built up about an hour and a half of no ad being just messed up my 15 minutes so that should cover it.
pretty sure we got ads in my stream. Yeah, you're gonna get ads in my stream chat, so pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure. Let him get snoozing. He's snoozing when he starts talking. Thank you. The snooze button. Should I press snooze ads? Yeah, let's press snooze ads. I use Wait, should I press snooze? Run ads now. How do you do that? Hey, can you go running ads now before it starts it? Can you yep. Got it in? I don't know that why I never press this button.
Every Christmas, something magical happens when a kid sends a letter to Santa. But real seems incredibly sterile.
Santa? Here we go. Watch this. Please. She's incorruptible.
Black.
We're not doing something out of kindness.
I don't even know what you just said.
Santa, delivered one day.
Honest, go find him.
Chunkiest piece. 21 grams of protein in this bad boy. You can barely depend on his power for me.
Soup that eats like a weasel.
14 years from today, Jen Gomez will turn her tiny garden into the biggest backyard farm in town. A totally organic, free-range labor of love that Jen is already future-proofing today. Thanks to home safety resources from AARP, it'll help Jen stay in her home for years to come. So she can share everything from eggs to eggplants with the friends and neighbors she loves. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
At Honest, we know that touch is your baby's first love language. Our safe ingredients provide the covering care your baby's delicate skin needs. Effective couples family, whose sensitive skin stays protected with our hypoallergenic physician-tested products. Because when you care for their skin, you protect their bond with you. Clean ingredients for life's most sensitive skin. Honest.
Hey, it's me, your very dry skin. New 7-intensive moisturizing lotion with hydrourea and 3 essential ceramides helps restore my natural barrier and relieves my dryness for up to 72 hours. New intensive moisturizing lotion.
I'm Jimmy Dean, and only one thing can make a morning like this any nicer. A hearty, hefty, good tasting breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage, cheese, and taters. And when you finish, you know you had something to eat. Well, I feel just like a child. From my womb to my tomb, I guess I'll always be a child.
Wait, did you put me in a hot tub again?
Yeah, of course. You don't want to be in the hot tub.
Well, has this been a thing just because of that one hot tub screen?
Well, yeah, of course. Since you're the thing out here on the hot tub.
I mean, to be fair, I was at the top of the directory of the hot tub screens. Like, I beat all the chicks. That was pretty impressive.
Hot tub stream. Cosby's world record #1 hot tub stream. Takes everything that way.
You can miss it. We'll have a duo stream in the hot tub together.
I'd always save that conversation for when it's not
The cup pecks at a crimson splash on his leg.
Alright.
The cup looks at you with glistening eyes. With a
Yeah,
sad
Juniper,
points out his
here
cold,
with you.
bringing your wound. As the wound
I
closes,
know,
the cup
dude,
begins tasting his
bro. Okay, yo, he's gonna ask, bro. He's gonna ask the questions. We got the static boss, dude. We got to find out about static bosses, bro. We got to find out about static bosses, bro. We got to find out about static bosses, bro. We got to find out about static bosses, bro. Get your functions ready. Get it ready. I'm fucking freaking out, bro. I'm nervous. You understand? Who was there? Who was there when I was watching the live stream? How much was I spoken out about static? You don't understand how big this is. This is gonna... This is gonna make or break the end game for me. Like, what he says is gonna absolutely emotionally destroy me. And I'm gonna be left shattered and jaded. Like, we're talking, it's the difference between T17 map gaming or like
old school Uber Elder Shaper vibes. Okay? It's huge. It's massive. Like, it's like the difference between, you can have a choice. Old school, you know, the pinnacle content is, you know, Shaper and Uber Elder, right? I'm not talking about Uber Elder, there's no Uber Elder. Or you got T17 maps only. These are your two choices. Which one would you prefer? Which one would you prefer? Because that's the difference. If they are not static, then you're stuck to T17 dog shit. You're stuck. You're locked in, bro.
Yeah, give or take. The plus money. We're aiming for. We don't want to surpass 1.5 hours and respect their time as well. And obviously, like 1.5 hours.
T17s are not sick. T17s, in my opinion, are a massive fail. They've made them better, for sure. I'm talking about T17 on release. They would effectively be, like, if it's not static, the NOP2 is going to be like T17 released here, aka dog shit. T17s are bad, in my opinion. Now, I would instantly like T17 if the boss or the map was static. That was just a unique map and it was just static. I would instantly like it. I would go from being hating it and liking it to like straight up. There'll still be some problems. It won't be perfect, but you know, whatever. Okay, why is he freaking out? Okay, I'm freaking out because they're about to ask the question that I've been wanting to know the answer to the whole time since we did announce the end game. And he's gonna ask it. Oh, it's like the second question. They're gonna ask it and they're gonna answer it. They're gonna answer. If they swear to God, if they answer with a non-answer, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. My heart, I'm not kidding. I'm nervous.
Sao vậy?
I'm fucking nervous, bro.
Gì không
I'm fucking freaking out, man.
Có cái xe mà nước mà khô nó còn chút xíu nè.
I love this game. And this end game is either gonna be
nó khô tôi còn chút xíu, còn cái ở trước sao nó mở kia nó không lên, ta lấy cái kéo là nó giòn nó đi luôn.
Phải ấy ở dưới
không phải bẻ cái đó vô, tại nó đi ra sát rồi nó sẽ ra đụng mấy cái lỗ vậy á, nó hơi dở nó không lên, cái kéo giờ nó giòn nó đi rẹt luôn.
Bước luôn hả?
Tại vì cái đây không có nó khô hết trơn rồi, con đáng lý là nó còn cái đây mình xuống hết cái đây mình khô hết luôn, giờ phải đổ vô thôi, đổ còn thay. Rồi xong mùa hè thay lại sự nhớt lại. Tại vì dân kho mua cái nhựa trước đó. Dẫn vô. Nó đi bòn nó kéo lên nó đi rẹt. Nhưng mà còn mấy nó còn tốt rồi ok, nhưng mà con không đổ đi vô là nó lọt vô nó.
Nó hư hết.
Nó hư cái máy á. Nó hư là còn như nó lên khói á. Nó hư là bỏ cái máy luôn. Ta lấy liền ta ấy rồi ta bỏ vô cho. Ta lấy
okay. And don't wrong, they've been patched to be better. They've been patched to be better multiple times, many times. Crystals.
Hey, Susan Duke. Been interviewed, huh? I see a Susan haircut. Stick. Make the Sonic hair switch. All right, now go on from there, boss. Can I get the Wi-Fi? I'm gonna hang here.
During the More Furniture Black Friday event, you'll find our best-selling reclining sofas, each with power reclining head and footrest. This stylish sofa is featured in a gray wide cord fabric and includes pebbles on each end, hiding the power mechanism for only $9.95. Sink into cozy comfort with this soft brown reclining sofa for only $9.95. Or step up to luxury with this splendid sofa featuring USB ports, cup holders, and button tables, still only $9.95. Visit your local showroom today for the best selection.
Glossy Color Remix, you can customize your color, mix it, remix it, make it yours. Lasts up to 15 washes. Own your color with Glossy Color Remix.
I am the chosen.
God, a man of culture. Get a white, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah, this thing is supposed to be static chat. Obviously, but it's about to begin. I'm calling that, bro. My heart rate is heavy raised. I'm freaking the fuck out. It's a sick question you're asking, bro. Oh my God. What if they say it, bro? What if they say it? What if he comes on? What if Jonathan comes on and just says it? He just like, no static bosses, everything's dynamic.
Everything is gonna go quiet.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Starting shortly, audio testing and prep. Oh, okay. Alright. Why should you use a zero instead of another? Hey, cool, it's starting. I know, I'm on it, bro. I'm on it. And what if Jonathan just comes on and is like, yeah, the whole end game is dynamic, bro. Everything can be modded, bro. The whole game is T17 maps. Or you can never, there's no such thing as static bosses. There is no measuring stick for your character. You'll never know which character's good and which character's bad because every single boss will be different and no bosses will be the same. I would literally fucking, if they say that, I might physically cry. I may not be able to control my limbic system, and my body might just start crying. I've only cried on stream one time. Okay, one time. So, you know, I'm talking, yeah. That's the only time I cried in the last I don't know how many years. Like 17 years or something. It was when my mods killed himself. Sad. You know, just, yeah, I was looking at the mods and I was like, damn, this guy's dead. This guy's left. That guy's left. You know, like, yeah, it's fucked. Shout out to the mods who are still around, though. Hey, may respect. May respect the mods that still left around. Yeah, the ones that, yeah, hey, I'm not laughing, it's a nervous laughter. It's a defense mechanism I have. It's a defense mechanism I have. I'm like, all my mods are leaving. I have a massive, you know, I wonder if I'm the problem and that's why everyone leaves. So that's why I'm laughing. That is what it is. The clock is ticking. GC's gonna be gone soon, bro. No more GC beats one day. GC's gonna leave us. I'm gonna drive them all the way, Jen. You 100% of the problem. Fuck you! Fuck that guy! Latbat 50! You fucking Fanny Beta bitch! Fuck you! No, what it is that life, man. Life is complicated, life goes on, people's circumstances change, and it is what it is. That's life. That's life. Alright? That's what it is. You can't, it's just like real life, you gotta admit, you don't, like, your childhood best friend isn't gonna be like your best friend, yo, Sunday with the 5 gifted, sure, bro. Thank you, man. Dude, they're about to answer the most important question. Oh, nope.
And now they should be able to see us. So, sorry about the delay, everybody. We are here. Thanks for waiting. And take it away, guys, in this intro.
Alright. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Tavern Talk. We have lost track of which episode this is, but this time we have Jonathan with us yet again to talk about EOE2. How are you doing?
Pretty good. You know, obviously the response to the live stream we did was kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we really expected, but certainly there seems to be a lot of hype. So yeah, it's a bit scary, but I think we're doing pretty well.
Oh, for sure. I think congratulations on the reveal. It was fantastic. Like the intro scene I think it blew everybody away. Absolutely astonishing. I mean, Ian, what do you think about the reveal? Like, I'm rating it at a 12 out of 10 so far. It's been the best one yet.
I mean, obviously everyone liked it. I would say that I kind of expected it to be good because I was able to get the early sneak peek and, see it in LA earlier on. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, yeah, this is going to be pretty well received. One of my questions I did have for you to go right into it, we're going to do general questions, and then we're going to pretty much almost immediately go into like more specific questions, and these are questions mostly
the game isn't fucking around.
Answers to. But one of the general questions that I had for you was, it seems like there's been more and more an emphasis on exploration and world building in Path of Exile 2. You saw things like the skulls on the maps is one such example you've used for this before. So I was kind of hoping you could walk us through the process that happened when you guys started to realize we really want to have more of a focal point on exploration in the game.
So, I mean, to start with the story stuff like that, I mean, we really want to make sure that we're doing better than what we had in PoE 1 with regard to story. Like, a lot of people get through PoE 1 and they never even realize what it is, like, what the story even was. But as for exploration as well, I mean, like...
It's just an anomaly question.
That's just, you really want to have that fantasy of, like, well, you're playing a fantasy game, right? Like, you're just like, I think exploration is a huge part of that. So there was a thing that happened, in terms of like the icons on the map and everything like that. There was kind of a moment when we realized that people actually didn't realize how much content there was in the game. Like, there was a situation where, like, people would like walk past things, they wouldn't know the maps contain stuff. So we're like, okay, when people are dying to bosses all the time, there's stuff out there for them to find. They're just not actually finding it, they don't know that it's there. So the icon on the map thing was just like a really good step towards actually making so that you realize, oh, you know what, this is actually a game where if I explore, I will be rewarded. And there's been quite a lot of other things like that we've done as well. Like, we've tweaked the random level generator, we've done like to make it so that you've got things like where when you come to dead ends, we try to make sure there's stuff in dead ends for you to find. And of course, there's like the particular encounters that we have, like, like every area we try to have like 2, in some cases there might even be 3, like sort of just like handmade like little things you can find. And we're actually keen to expand on that as well. So one of the things that I'm keen to do is to have a larger pool of these kinds of things in the game than what you get the first time you go through an area, and they can be random. And then we could even consider having it so that when we do when we go between leagues, the set of them that gets picked for each area could be randomly selected from those. Like, we don't have that at the moment, but it's like something that I'm very keen to do because I think that, obviously replayability, it's actually like a huge thing. By having more of these things, you just want so like every time you go through the campaign, you just get a feeling of like, oh, there's stuff here I haven't noticed before, there's stuff there, like just little things. And I think those little things really contribute. And we even started doing that a little bit with PoE 1. Once we sort of realized we wanted to do this stuff, even with PoE 1, we started saying, okay, every league when we put one out, we want to have like 20, 30 just like tiny changes to the campaign that we can do, just so that next time you go through it, you just sort of feel like, hey, like here's just something random that I never noticed before. And I think that that's
change the story every day.
It's not really a headline feature. Like when we're announcing the a PoE 1 league, it's not like saying, oh, here's like a bunch of these little things. Like, it doesn't really get anyone very excited. But I think that when you actually play through it, there's just that feeling of like, oh man, I never saw that before. And it just kind of gives you just a better experience. So I think that feeling of just like, just finding random stuff is really important, and we want to do that as much as we can.
That's really funny that you mentioned that, because like, I don't know how many times I've gone through the campaign. I played the game for 10.5 years, and every time I see something new, I'm like, how have I missed this after a decade of playing this game? Because there's none of the patch to it. It's always so surprising.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's
Yeah, I think we just jump into it. We made a list here to structure because we have a tendency of asking repeat questions to the class, and we're trying to make sure that's not happening this time.
So
the next question we have we're going to jump into is that the PoE 2 is focused a lot on new player experience, eliminating a lot of requirements for going to third-party tools or third-party sites. And a commonly asked question is that if we're going to be able to search and look up, say, monsters and their abilities in-game, sort of like an Necronomicon or wiki in-game, can we expect to see this?
This is something that I'd be super keen to do, especially because of the fact that some of the monster models are so awesome. You don't really get to appreciate them from game count perspective. Like, so like every weekend, my friends come over, and I like to show them like, hey, here's what we've been doing on PoE 2 recently. But the thing is, I've got the tools. I can like open up the what's called the asset viewer and like, hey, look at this cool monster, like show them close up and like, hey, look. And there's also funny things like the animators make all these idle animations for the monsters that you basically never see. Like with a bunch of characters character to them and stuff like that are really awesome, and the players never see them because obviously you never see a monster not attacking you. So like, there's all sorts of stuff. So one day, and we don't have this in the game right now, but one day I'm very keen to make an actual sort of bestiary, you know, of like here's all the monsters in the game, like you know we can actually see the model and like appreciate it a little bit, and, like, and then obviously when you do that, then that would be a great opportunity to be able to show like you know various abilities and things like that. It'll be sort of handy, I think, for people who are wanting to play specters and you know to be able to have a big list of all that stuff. So I think that would be a really cool thing to do one day. But I tell you, we don't have it at the moment. I just think it'll be really awesome to kind of show off the work of the artists who have made all these awesome monsters. And like yeah, some of them are really kind of gruesome. Like this is a random example called a pale fishman. And it's like this tiny little thing on screen that you barely even see. But if you like zoom into the model, it's like this crazy like huge like warped thing between a human and a one of those anglerfish with the like jangling light thing on it. And like if you look at it real close, you can see there's like sort of screaming person kind of under there. That like there's a mouth and like the idle animation like is like kind of crazy with like all this like. Yeah, like there's just stuff like that in there that is like...
He's passionate.
You know, like you really don't appreciate that when you just like blast past it and kill it in like half a second. It's just some random small monster. So yeah, it would be cool for people to see that stuff.
Well, what's the name of that? Because we can get the idle animation when we race it as a Spectre.
That's right, it's called a pale fish. I actually don't even know if it's in the early access because I think it might be an Act 4 monster. Yeah, in fact, and the other thing as well is when I give names like these are like internal code names. That's like the name of the folder that someone put it in rather than like the actual like lore name in the game. So I don't know if it'll even be called that in the final version, but you know, yeah, it's just it's pretty interesting to see some of that stuff.
You know, and
I'll see if we can find it.
Speaking of animations, I'm going to go off script here from our list already and ask you about the cinematic. Was something that I wanted to make sure I asked you about because it's kind of the first, you know, full like major cinematic that you know has really been revealed so far. So, was it difficult doing your first cinematic, and did you guys get the result and the response you were really hoping for?
Absolutely. So, yes, it was definitely very hard. I mean, obviously we've never done anything like that before. You know, like I sort of had to. I mean, I wrote it myself, and like you know, there was a New Zealand company. Who we commissioned to kind of to work on it. And they've done obviously some cool stuff before, but I don't think they'd ever done like a thing that's this long, you know, like on the sort of scale, I guess. So that was certainly, you know, like I mean, they did a really good job, you know, right? Like it's.
I don't think it was better.
It's really awesome. But yeah,
I don't think it was better.
It's kind of like.
We're just way more big dick.
I was really concerned. Like, obviously, the comparison is like Blizzard and all the crazy cinematics, like that. To be honest, like the quality of the animation is not what Blizzard does, right? Like I mean, they, you know, like, we do a lot of things in order to make it so that like it is like I want the content to be really awesome, but it's like in terms of just the raw like you know like amount of millions of dollars that they probably spend on this cinematics, right? Like we're not at that level, so you know we're not there. But I was really hoping that you could get a feeling of like the world and the kind of you know I want to make sure that people understand right from the word go that like there is a brutality here, and you know like we're not sort of pulling any punches when it comes to the kind of things you can expect in the game. So that was kind of what I was going for. And the thing that I actually base it on is I was thinking a lot about you know the Riddick movies. You kind of got the thing that, you know, the classic like you know like a team of guys going all overconfident and then get picked off one by one. That's kind of what I was imagining. Like, okay, how can we do this? And that's kind of what I was thinking about as being around.
I love that. Riddick series, that was the first movie I introduced my fiance to when we first met.
What? That made me
and also the idea of the flip of you know like the team you're following are like the bad guys. You kind of think of them as like they kind of get the main protagonist, and it's like you get that flip at the end where you realize that the bad guy hunting them all is actually the good guy. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah,
pretty well done. Yeah,
it was fantastic.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Moving on to the next question. For clarification, this is a kind of a big one, a couple mini questions in it. For clarification, can you explain how deaths in map work? There's been some confusion on why 6 portals, if you die, you can't go back in, as well as experience penalties still being a thing. So we'll start with those two.
Yeah, so basically, when you die in a map, you can't resurrect in the map. And I think that is,
Which
we discussed this quite a lot, right? Because we were like, we've got 6 portals, we could have it so that you can revive 6 times like you did in PoE1. But the thing we were really worried about is just compromising the combat. Like, we just really don't want to make it so that you just effectively, like, I mean, obviously there's a limited level of cheese, but it's still cheese on the boss as far as we were concerned. So the reason for 6 portals is it's still important that you're able to pull out 6 inventories worth of items from the map if you're by yourself, like you still want to be able to do that. And yet we also don't want to make just one portal with unlimited uses, because once again, that limitation on like the amount of stuff you can pull out of the map, I think, is also kind of one of those things that's important. And there's also a slightly more mundane reason, which like seems a bit silly, but all the map devices that we've already sold, those are microtransactions that we need to support going forward in the store, and all of those have 6 portals. We can't really change that, so that's kind of just like one of those things that we just kind of have to maintain backwards compatibility for that reason. So there was a lot of discussion around this though, but at the end of the day, the main thing that won out is we just don't want to compromise the combat. We want to make sure that if you're going to kill a boss, it has to be like one life. You have to survive it. You actually have to properly kill it. But of course, we can make those encounters harder because of the fact we don't have a map boss in every area. So
this is good for softcore. It means that gameplay's better. Because I had to make durable characters. It's good. It's good.
Experience penalty with dying. Is that still going to be a thing?
That's actually a very good question. So we removed it from the campaign at the point where we made it so that we had checkpoints and everything. And then at the time, we were like, oh, but in maps you get 6 portals, so therefore do you still have it? Now, it's still there right now, but it's not something I've thought about, honestly, for a little while now, so it's probably good that I have another conversation with Mark about it just to see whether we still need it. The reason why I think I would still like it is because not necessarily, it's not really at the beginning of maps, but as you get towards the race towards 100, having death set you back, so that you have to actually build somewhat defensively when you're racing for the 100. I think it's kind of important. So the experience builder is really serving a really important role there. But I suppose the question is it may not be as necessary when you're talking early maps, right? It's really that from 90 to 100 where it kind of starts to matter that the death penalty is there as a thing. So we could theoretically think about basically what I'm saying with that is we could fiddle around with the equation for it a little bit. But yeah, the purpose of it really is to make sure that as you're coming towards the end, as you get to level 100, that a mistake actually costs you something rather than just being a nothing in the road. In order for that race to 100 to actually be meaningful. Because if you just grind your face into the wall and still not losing experience and just die, it's like you get to 100 but you died 2,000 times. It's well, did you really achieve the same thing as the guy who didn't die?
No, you didn't. No, you did not. You did not.
The follow-up question to this little chunk we got here is loot. And what happens when you're going in and party play in maps, and what happens with the loot there in the loot split between the parties, as well as what happens if X player dies? What is the loot to that player?
Alright, so I get a few things about this. So number one, we have changed how the loot scaling works for party members. And what we're actually trying to do is be a lot more intelligent with regard to what types of items do you want to see more of, and what types of items don't matter about having more of. So an example of this is if you're talking about currency, right? Obviously you want double the amount of currency with 2 players because all players want to take currency. But this is also true for things like rings and amulets, because rings and amulets aren't just kind of specific to any one person, right? Obviously the mods can make them either way, but everyone wants a ring, everyone wants an amulet if one drops. So effectively we also do plus 100% for things like that as well. But if you're talking about armors, well, there are 6 different armor types. So if you look on average, you only need to increase the number of armors by 50% in order to be able to. Wait, is it even 50%? It might be. I might be doing the math wrong here, but effectively, there's an amount of armor increase that you need in order to kind of, on average, make it so that everyone's still getting the stuff they want. Because certain players only want certain armor parts of the pie, right, due to the strength base and everything. And for weapon types, there's usually more weapon types, so the chance that 2 players are actually using the same weapon type is generally much lower. So effectively what that means is that we can not increase weapons by the same amount that we increase other stuff. So what that means is that when you, the sum total of all of that means that the stuff on the ground from each player increases by some number, like 28% if you actually look at it in raw drops. But the actual, what makes up that 28% is way more of the stuff you actually want and not as much of the garbage that you don't want, in order to make it so you don't get the crazy spam on the ground with party play that you previously might have gotten. So I think that system works very well in terms of just making it so that you get the right items. I guess it just goes to the general philosophy that we have of we're trying to not drop as many things, but make sure the things we do drop are more important and better as you go up. So
I didn't realize it was a part.
As it's just part of.
I thought you just party players could just choose to event more, and that was it.
Now, so maybe you can remind me what it was.
Wait, you just get more loot if you're in a party?
Two more, but one of them was,
What?
let's say you have two players play it.
The same map, you get more loot.
Oh, yeah.
The loot on the ground that belongs
That's
to that
bullshit.
player.
So,
I'm a solid self-map player.
So we usually use temporary. I think temporary allocation is still. I'm pretty sure the rules for this are basically the same as what they were in PoE1.
I'm a solid player,
At the moment.
I knew if they party
So
gave it.
basically, if you've got temporary allocation on, the allocation will disappear, and then it will just become allocated to society or to
Never played
free for all
Luke,
once
I never
time
heard
expires. And if it's permanent allocation, then obviously it stays
nerf
like
room.
that. Although we definitely should make it free for all once you die, even if it's permanent, I assume. I don't know if we've actually done that. Oh, it does work that way? In that case, it will just work. So it's just the same as the PoE1 in this regard. That should be fine. Yeah, I mean, effectively like that. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like changed a huge amount in that particular regard. So actually, what was the last part there?
The last one has to do with trials. Now, we've only seen Sanctum and Ultimatum version, the 2.0 version of it. So the real question is two ones. One is the Sanctum no-hit run, and the questions are, what happens if one player dies, if two players goes in, and the other one is the reward system there as well, I guess.
Okay, so this is one of these tricky technical questions that Mark would probably be better at answering because he knows the exact details. So let me think about that. I don't know that I've even had a discussion about what happens to the rewards in Sanctum. Now, generally speaking, of course, when we're doing things like this, when you're paying party play with a thing like Sanctum, the map, to be technical, the map owner, but effectively the person who paid the cost, the person who put the key in, they're the person who kind of gets like the progress. So they usually get to be the one who decides what actions to take and what routes to go to. I believe though that if you want to go through an ascend, that you can both do the ascendancy. So that means if you want to do like the ascension in a party, then that's absolutely fine. You get the reward there. But I believe that the items that come from like key, the chests and stuff like that. I believe that they belong to the person who paid the cost of the coin that they used to enter, is my understanding of that. I could be wrong about this, but I think that's correct. So yeah, there's a few. I'm sorry about this. I don't have completely clear information about some of that stuff. But that's one of those things that Mark really is. One thing I should mention is that Mark plays like
he's at work.
I could be wrong, so I think like 90% of the time when he's playtesting multiplayer, so he's the one who really cares about getting like multiplayer stuff, exactly right. Whereas when I'm playing, I'm like a solo player all the way, right? Like I'm just like a solo player. So ideally with the both of us paying attention here, we should make sure that things are good in both solo and multiplayer. But he's got a bunch of designers he likes to play with, or the design team effectively. Like he plays multiplayer with the design team all the time, so he's the one who usually sorts out these like specific little
Why am I promote Jonathan? Honestly, Parks making T17s and shit.
About loot, there is one question that people have related to loot due to some early access footage we've seen where there's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 advanced gear, etc. So I was hoping you could break down what that's referencing.
Yeah, so effectively, when you get magic find gear, so like an increased chance of rarity, we wanted to try and make it so that the gear that you get from that is better, and not just in the way of just getting like, more rares.
What? That's my big magic one!
He's still getting more rares, more uniques and so on. But we wanted to make it so that you could scale rarity by a huge amount, not necessarily in a character, but also because, when you got a monster that you choose to a various map mechanics, all that stuff is adding rarity and not quantity. So if you need to make sure that rarity is something that really increases the power. So the way we do that is there's 5, and I don't know whether Rishi will be unhappy about me spoiling the exact inner workings of this, but there are 5 tiers to start with that you don't see, that you can't see that change anything, because those don't change anything about unidentified items. They do change the percentage chances that you get certain things. So they, for example, you're getting chances to upgrade currency to higher types of currency. You're getting like the chances of not spawning items with base types that are lower level than what you would need. So I think I'm ramping the base types so you get like smaller range at the top. And so like on these things, while also increasing like magic and rare and uniques and stuff like that. It also increases the it starts to open up like those tiers start to open up like what types of uniques can go into the pool. And to be clear here, there's always a chance that you can upgrade through these tiers regardless of how much magic find you have. Right? You don't need magic find to get this. It's just that magic find is effectively increasing the chance you upgrade through them. And in total, there's actually 10 tiers overall. But at tier 5, it starts to modify the the properties of unidentified items, and that's why we have to start marking the rares as being like. And so that's what. So when it says T2, that actually means that's like T5 with internally what is rolled, and then so the tiers going up from there. Each of them say T2, T3, T4, T5, and the reason why we have to say that is because when this item drops, we clamped the mods that it can get to be in the upper tiers, and the higher tier you get, the higher they can go. So if you get if you get a T5 rare, the mods that it can have are from a very, very tiny portion of them, right at the top of all the tiers of those mods. So you know that the rolls you're going to be seeing, like the life you're going to get on the damage you're going to get, is going to be top notch when you see that. So effectively, and the reason why I want to show is because you kind of want people to feel like, okay, like, because the number of items that drop aren't really increasing, you need a way to see on the screen when something drops, like how valuable is the thing that I just saw. Yeah. And so showing those things on the red also really has that effect. Like you can see, like, 5 or 6 T5 rares drop, you got a really good hit, whereas you see a bunch of like T2s, you didn't get such a good one. So that's kind of important, I think, just to get that feeling of being important.
So it does look for his information to do that.
We've been fighting so much. This thing of like the way that you made, like a way you can make drops in an action RPG feel good is just by dropping tons of crap on the ground. But the problem is that like it really is kind of an annoying element because like while it can feel good, it's like it's just people want in, they want to use loot filters and they want to use all that stuff, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, that's great and everything, and we'll support that, and that's fine. But like ideally, we can actually make it so that you don't have to worry about it in the first place. And so you need to find a way to give people the hit of dopamine without having to just do that by like literally covering the screen. I mean, there's still room for like dropping a lot of stuff, right? I mean, like we want to make sure bosses feel like there's a good list of stuff there, but it's like ideally you get that by the value of the item, like that the value of that stuff is really good. And I suppose on some level, item filters are even sort of achieving that anyway, because if you're using a filter to get, like, you're not seeing very much anyway, so it really is all about the value. So it's like it's impossible. We just need to make sure that the game is doing that as a matter of course, rather.
Oh,
sorry, I did that.
Oh, you're good. I mean, you only lost the last half second there. So since you bring up the concept of loot filters, this was a question we're going to
in-game loot filters.
I might as well bring it up now. Is that like official confirmation loot filters? Sounds like is supported.
In-game though?
It's supported exactly the same way they were in PoE1. There's no reason for us to drop support for something like that. If you want to use them, you can. And I suspect what the main reason people will use them for in PoE2 is not so much filtering things away, but more highlighting things that are valuable that you might not otherwise recognize, because like they might be higher base types and things like that. Like a lot of people have filters that like highlight certain things that might be good for various reasons. So things that have like some, for example, people might like want to be doing things like like I know that this like things like items having sockets and stuff. Maybe you want to change the text color when that happens, or things like that. Like there are icons and stuff for that stuff there, but we try to keep things like relatively visually clean. And also we don't want to try to make too many value judgments for the player about what.
Yeah, don't do that. Let us decide.
So therefore we try to like not do too much of that stuff. Obviously players come up with their own schemes for what they think is important. So then I suspect they'll use loot filters mostly for the ability to change how loot is rendered.
Let's do it in game though. Why don't you do it in game?
I gotta say, this isn't so much a question as much as a comment for me personally, but I really appreciate the approach of something you said there, which is allowing the player to determine what's important. I find that to be like a very appealing sentiment. So I hear that's part of kind of the reason I've been falling in love with the PoE game lately.
Yes. People just tell you what to do.
Next question here. So this one is going to be an obvious one. If I didn't ask it, everyone would be mad. So there's 6 classes that are coming to early access. Some of them have already been showcased, but they're not in there. Namely, the Druid and the Huntress. I think people are curious about, are they coming soon? What's going on with these classes?
Yes, they'll definitely be coming relatively soon. I'm not going to promise a date, but certainly the next 2 classes you see will be those 2, like in terms of early access. We just did something, we really wanted to launch with those 2 classes. We expected that we would be launching into early access with those 2 classes, but at some point it was just like, I think I've said this before, but we really underestimated what it takes to finish a class, I think. It takes a lot. It's like you make a bunch of skills and you're like, oh yeah, make the skills, that's the class, right? But in PoE it really isn't, because you need to make sure they can all be supported well, you need to make sure there's uniques that support it, there's passive tree stuff that supports it. It's like a whole thing of like getting all that stuff into a good state. And it's like plus also the skills, plus also thinking about all the stuff that can happen with other classes and like how does it tie in with all the mechanics. Like it's just a Goliath task. So I think the Huntress and the Druid are not far away. The Druid, we still have one form that we still need to get finished. There's there's still some small skill work to do there. The Huntress, I think we mostly have like working prototypes that we're happy with for most of the skills, but there's still a little bit more to do. But yeah, it's just all that other sort of finishing work around like tying it into all the other systems, making sure everything's good that we can get done. And it won't take us too long, but at some point we just had to say like, hey, can we really do this for early access with all the other stuff that we're doing? And we just felt like we couldn't, so we decided to cut for now, get to it later. And we make these kinds of decisions all the time. There's like a ton of content that's like we're trying to get it in, we try as hard as we can, and we're like, oh, you know what, we're just going to get it in. But I think that's just game development, right? But the nice thing is it's all sitting there, right? You don't throw anything away.
Duelist is dead, bro.
Waiting in the wings, which means that there'll be a bunch of content.
Duelist is dead, true.
Speaking of, say, one form, yeah, like when you say one form, could you like give us a number? How many forms are we talking about?
So there's three primary forms for the Druid, but there's a couple of other like random shapeshifts around, like the kind of you actually saw one of them, right? There's the shapeshift on the Ascendancy, the demon form. So there's a few other things, bits and pieces like that around the place, but the Druid sort of has three primary forms, and that's because we want to try and like the other classes, we want to make sure there's combos between the forms as well. Like there aren't just like a reskin melee, right? Like each of the forms kind of has like skills that have like things, and we want to make sure there's mechanics between them that they can kind of get the cross-class kind of, even within the archetypes of the class, synergy like that. So yeah, the one that's no, I'm not going to spoil it actually. Yeah, I'm not going to say it.
I'm spoiling it.
I'm
more than welcome to.
So this is probably a good time to ask this thing, because you're talking about the additional classes here. Does that mean we can basically expect changes to the passive skill tree? Because obviously there's the 6 starting nodes now, so when you add the